Hello fellow journey runners. Whether you've been running for a very long time or you've just started your running journey, we are all at risk of getting injured. In this video, I'm going to show you how I create my own personal injury running plan. And at the end, you should be able to create your very own. And if you stick to the very end, I have some bonus tips for you. So let's get started. Hello, my name is Angelo, and this channel is dedicated to those who want to get started in running or want to take their running to the next level. If you want to see the tips being implemented in this video and other videos, just follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Let's face it, runners usually have two strategies when it comes to dealing with running injuries. They'll either run through it or they'll stop running completely. With an IRP, you have options and you'll have the confidence to get through a running injury. The whole purpose of an IRP is to help you heal while at the same time not lose all the hard work that you've put into a season. Now I want to note here that this is how I create my own personal IRP, and that if you're not sure what to do, you should always by default stop running completely, and if you need to, consult a doctor. There are 5 parts to an IRP. The first part is to assess your injury. The second part is to pick a strategy. The third part of it is to pick a step. And the fourth part is to reassess. And then the fifth part of the plan is to integrate it into your running plan. Now the first step, injury assessment. You have to assess where you are. Can you run? Can you walk? Or do you have to stop and take a rest? If you get this wrong, you can further your injury. So you have to be honest with yourself and really assess whether you can run, walk, or you have to take a rest. In the second part of defining your IRP, we talk about strategy. We'll define 3 strategies here. The first one being, if you feel like in your injury assessment that you're able to walk and run a little bit, we're going to implement a strategy we call walk run. If you feel like you can't even run a little bit, but you feel like you can walk, then we will just implement a walking strategy. If you feel like you can't run or walk, then the third strategy is just to rest. By the way, if you like the tips that I've been sharing in this video and other videos, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And the third part of our IRP is to choose a step. And we do that within each of the strategies. So we're going to start with the walk-run strategy. In the walk-run strategy, we're going to choose one of these steps. And to choose one of these steps, first we have to understand what these are. So up here, you'll see one of the numbers down here, 1 and 1. So the first number represents the walking time, and the second number represents the running time. Now, before we can choose which step of these, we need to know how long it takes us to run our average longest run. So let's say our longest run is 4 miles, and that it takes us 60 minutes. Now we have to take that 60 minutes and match it up to the run side of the steps here. And as you can see over here, that the 60 minutes sits between step 6 and 7, where step 6 is 32 minutes and our step 7 is 64 minutes. So now we choose the even step, which in this case is 6. Now take that 6, divide it by 2, and we get 3. And what that means is that we're going to start at step 3, which is walk 1 minute, run 4 minutes. If that seems overwhelming, you can always drop it down a little bit further, but my suggestion is to never go past that 1:4 ratio, or step 3 in this case, but you can always go lower. If you like what you're seeing so far and you like the tips, make sure to hit that like button below. In our walking strategy, we're going to use these steps. These numbers represent minutes of walking. In order to know which step to use, again, we need to know how long our average longest run takes us. So again, for this example, we're going to say that we can run 4 miles in 60 minutes. Again, we're going to match that up to the walking minutes, and we can see that it still sits between step 6 and 7. And again, we choose the even number, which is step 6, and we divide that 6 by 3, divide by 2 to get 3. And that means we're going to start at step 3, or walk for 4 minutes. Again, if walking 4 minutes seems overwhelming, we'll drop it down to eventually where we feel like we just need to rest. And the fourth part of our IRP plan is to reassess. Now, I like to reassess after 1 week or less. So if I've chosen a step and I've chosen my strategy, and during that 1 week that I'm implementing that single step, if after or even before that week ends, if I feel worse or the same, then I'm going to drop it down a step or even to a new strategy. If I'm feeling better before or at the end of the week, I will then start increasing the steps. The fifth part of our IRP is to integrate it with our running plan. Now, to do that, I have down here a sample running week. And let's say that our strategy is a walk-run strategy. And we're at step 3, which is walk 1 minute, run 4 minutes. So what we will do is on Tuesday, where we have 30 minutes as our plan, we will then walk 1 minute, run 4 minutes, walk 1 minute, run 4 minutes till we get through the 30 minutes. On Wednesday, we will do walk 1 minute, run 4 minutes, walk 1 minute, run 4 minutes, and we'll keep doing that until we get to the 45 minutes. And so on until we've got our week, and then reassess. And that's how we implement it. Now, it's a little bit different with walking. With walking, you only walk the minutes of your plan. So in this case, we had said that we were going to do step 3, which is walk 4 minutes. So what that means is that we are just going to walk 4 minutes. We never exceed our plan. Let's say we're up in the high end. Let's say we're at the 32 minutes or step 6, where we either walk 32 minutes or we walk for 1 minute and run for 32 minutes. In either case, on Tuesday, since it's only 30 minutes, we stick with the 30 minutes. However, on Wednesday, we can see it's 45 minutes. We are going to stick to our plan and just walk the 32 minutes or walk 1 minute and run for 32 minutes. We never exceed our plan. So that's it, the 5 parts to creating your personal IRP. A note on moving from one strategy to the next. When you are walking and let's say you get to step 7, after 1 week, if I'm feeling good, I will then move up to the walk run and doing 1 minute of walking, 1 minute of running. And I keep increasing 1 step at a time till I can run completely the entire plan and I'm injury free. If you follow me on Instagram and look at my 2020 season and go back to June, you can see that I've implemented an IRP and it actually saved my season, and I even got a personal best in a half marathon. Okay, bonus. I promised you a bonus. Here's the bonus. Now, when we talk about the strategies, I gave you 3: walking, resting, or walk run. Now, you can do many different things. You can do walk, run, and do something like this. Or you could do a walk, run, walk, and do something like that. Or you can do so many different combinations. This is, again, your journey, and you can do whatever you want. The whole point is to make it work for you, make you mentally prepared and ready to handle any situation, and have the tools you need to get better in your running. So be creative. Don't just stick to 3 strategies if those don't seem to fit you. You can choose any different combination. Even in the walk run, you could even change it to, like, say, 5 minutes walking, 5 minutes running. You don't have to use the same scales. You can use any scale that works for you. And that's the beauty of making this your journey. Good luck on your journey, and I am so thankful that I get to be there and be part of it. Let me know how things are going for you. Leave a comment, email me. If there's other videos or tips that you'd like to know, just let me know and I'd be glad to do a video for you. Until next time, again, happy running. The third part of our in our walking strategy, we're going to use these steps.